T Smalls, what it do, my brother?
What's going on, weatherman? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Welcome to the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. We have Mr. VaLentine in the house. Mr. T Smalls, show him some love.
Look, man, we talking under the tree.
Mr. T Smalls, sing it short a little bit. Do what you do.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We got VaLentine under the tree with us, baby.
What's up? I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I was jamming to the intro music.
Oh, yeah, I seen you.
You saw me?
Yeah, I
was
seen
like,
you.
oh my God, yes. First I
That's
thought
right.
like, and then I was like, let me go with like I'm the MC. Introduce K on this one.
Singer-songwriter. I think Smalls, we seen the on the resume, the only thing that was left off was a pilot because he got every doggone thing on there except flying something. What you think?
Yeah, man. Yeah, decorated, man. Definitely decorated.
Yeah, a decorated veteran, man.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like I was reading it. I said, wow, is this the Bible or what?
Oh my God. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's definitely a thing. Because you know how some people say, oh, you don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. That was actually something that I felt were some invisible chains around me mentally, growing up, knowing I was so multi-talented, but being afraid of people judging me because I could do so many things. And that's usually the first, people when they meet you. I'm sorry, am I jumping into this interview? I'm supposed to
go ahead,
good, bro.
Go ahead.
Keep on, do what you do.
But when I've just found in life, because I'm also a corporate professional, I have a master's degree, MBA,
Right.
and I would find they were like, oh well, they often try to find times to disqualify you. Why are you not good enough for this? Not look at all the wonderful things you do. You'd be a great asset. Like, oh well, did you really do this? Or don't you think it's little. You gotta come in like prove yourself.
Right.
Oftentimes I found when I first started out in the music business as a songwriter. That it was very much if I talked about so many different things, they kind of discredit me or felt like I was just all over the place. So I just didn't talk about things. I only showed them what they were interested in. So even like now in television, like I'm producing stuff, I only talk about that. The only time they learn about my music background is when they say, oh, and who did you get to produce the theme music? It's great. I'm like, oh, I did it. Oh, who's performing? Me. I wrote it too. They go, really? You did that? I let them find out on their own. But anyway.
Right. At T Smalls, one time for your mind, what they say.
2 times for your soul.
We'll be back in 33 seconds with Mr. VaLentine, singer-songwriter, music producer, and all that good stuff. We'll see you in 30. Yep, there you go. We'll see you in 33 seconds. There you go.
Kingpin Music.
Okay, we back.
I love these commercials and the clips. Are that places around Florida or?
Yes.
That's Jacksonville, man.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
I think you got the third eye, brother, because I'm not a songwriter or anything like that. When did you know you had the it factor that you could actually do this, the singing and the writing and the producing and all that stuff?
It was all the evolution. I always, how I found out I could sing was that was the first talent that showed itself. Was when I graduated. I went to private school, Catholic school, and I graduated from St. Peter Claver in Bedford-Stuyvesant, New York, Brooklyn, New York. And at the graduation at the church out across the street, the Catholic church, we were singing "That's What Friends Are For," and all the kids we had our parts, and my part was Stevie Wonder part. So at the graduation, the church is packed, everybody, and I started singing. I don't even remember this part. But then I started singing, and everybody started screaming. And I stopped, and I remember my best friend at the time, Raymond. His parents were in the front, and his father was like, keep singing, like he's going to keep singing. So I kept singing, and afterwards, people kept coming up to me. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know I could sing. I just knew something was happening. And I went outside I was staying there with mother and father, and the pastor Hunt was an older white guy. He's Catholic. They hold little get up on him. And he walked up and asked my parents if I could sing in a charity event that was happening that summer. And that's how I found out. I was like, something going on. I could sing, But I didn't really realize the weight of it then. I just knew that's when I found out.
That's a blessing. T Smalls, the questions are coming in pretty quick. What did they say right there?
Who would you like to work with on your album? That's a good one. That's
All
a
right,
very good.
I don't want an album. I don't want to be an artist. I'm a songwriter. I like producing artists, but because I think I shared with you guys earlier that I don't really sing. I sing from my head. Like I think about what I'm singing. I'm not. To me, I sing with their heart. They move you from the first note. I sound good, but I'm not. I don't want to sing on cue. Singing is a job. I'm not singing the same song four times a night. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna have an attitude. People are not gonna like me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I'm not doing that. So I'm like, man, that's not work for me. But who I would love to work with? Honestly, it's funny you ask. Man, I wanna work with Luke James. I love working with people. You know Luke James. What was that song? Oh Lord, the song he had out. I got you, baby. Something like that.
Yeah.
That dude. So him, I would love to work with. I mean, I'm open to working with just about anybody as long as they have a great personality. I mean, they're not difficult to work with because if you're difficult to work with, I ain't working with you. I'm definitely. I'm not doing that. I'm like, no, I don't care. You fuck with my spirit. I can't do it.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Actually, I feel like that side of me actually was much worse when I was younger with because I used to have a temper problem and stuff like that growing up. And but what I learned was I don't have to have attitude. I can excuse myself. Like I don't have to do this, which is why I continued my education. I got my bachelor's degree and my master's degree. Like, no, motherfucker, I got options. I'm not stuck. I don't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right.
I know my worth. I don't have to do shit. And if you really get in my nerves, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do this. Anyway, but I'm pretty cool to work with. But if it's just not working, I'm like, well, it's not working for me.
Tell them miss you with that BS, huh?
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't like at this stage in the game in my age. Like I'm more concerned about my mental, physical, and spiritual health. And I'm trying to evolve. I can't stay in the same place dealing with same negative energies or bad.
Amen to that. Oh yeah.
You ever heard you know when people say you can't control how people are, but you can control your reactions and how you. So I just managed that. It took me a long time to learn that. Like I can manage myself. Like I know I got a temper, so I know that this environment is not good for me. Later, this is.
I know what you're going through. I know that.
I'm like, I gotta
T
go.
Smalls, the co-host right here, he tried to produce a song and it didn't quite go too well. I'm only going to show you 15 seconds of this.
Let me hear it.
I'm not going to even do the whole thing. It ain't worth all that to me. But I want to show you 15 seconds. I want you to say and be the judge what you think. Here we go.
Oh my God, no.
Makes no difference what you're going through. God's gonna make it. God's gonna pull you through. Hands up, yeah. Put that smile on your face. That's my time.
Okay, was that you actually on the track? Dude?
Yeah.
Or you?
No. That wasn't him. He was just trying to.
Oh, I was like, because you don't sound like the record. Did they use auto-tune? Right, but I was like, no, the live performance, no. I want my money back. I don't you get a B plus.
Man. Hey, I was just having some fun, man. That's all. I just did a little skit. That's it.
I ain't know.
That's all good. When you first started in the industry, I'm sure I think maybe I'm wrong. You had to prove yourself. Did you, or have you ever encountered this right here? Folks looked at you without saying these words. Did they ever tell you this through their eyes?
Who is you?
I didn't hear it because every time you guys switch, I have to hit tap so I can hear the sound. So I was a little bit late, so I didn't hear what he said.
Okay, hey, Smalls, explain that segment real quick.
So you walking in the place, man, and everybody looking at you like, who is you?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it goes in conjunction with what you saying, like if you know you can't work with a person or something like that, and you be like, look, I don't have to do this, and then they're gonna look at you like, well, who is you?
Right.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. I ain't gonna say no names, but yes, yes, that has happened to me. Yes, most. I tell you what. So I sing. So most of the times when I write male songs, like the song "Popular," I will
Right.
sing it. I will demo it. Like that's just the way, you know. So it's a song for a female. You usually will find a female to demo it. I produce the vocals, stuff like that. So one time I walked in the studio, and this is it's some people you would know, like, and um, they sing and they are known. So they were playing my song in the studio with other people, but it was a reference to get the song placed, not for me as an artist. I just happened to be singing
Right.
it. And they said, "Oh my God, who's singing? This dude is dope." And I was like, "Oh, that's me." And then let's just say everything got kind of shut down and derailed because the person didn't like the fact that I was getting shine because for me being as an artist, but I don't want to be an artist. You know, people assume
Right.
everybody wants to be an artist. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be an artist. Like, I know me and I know my lane, and I'm like, no, I'm a writer, like primarily, you know. But yeah, I did experience that. I'm never gonna.
Wow. The song "Popular," you know, I played. I'm getting ready to play it right now for about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. You know, when I heard the song, first thing, you know, I think it's a hype song. I was going to call T Smalls, go to his house and say, "Let's fight, bro. Let's fight." Let's go jog about 3 miles on the beach. Don't even speak to me. You just look
Well,
at me. We look at each other like this and just start running.
Just running,
Just run.
run.
Yeah.
Just run. Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. But here you go right here. Play a little bit of this.
Fresh from the barbershop or fly from the beauty salon. Everybody out here in the club looking real fine. Them popular girls got my attention in my purview. And every little thing, between.
She got 2 jobs, one at the
you, John, you.
dropping at the 2 chain. You wanna holler, you better have dollars. I tell you about a broad when I get them, man, I got it.
She looking real sleek, right down to her ass cheeks. She brings the passion, cause I demand satisfaction. She drops it real low, then she twerks it out like a real low. And girl, she's no shame, you know it's the time and the place. I like the passion, so put a little in it when you're swagging. Girl, make me come back, speak a little Spanish like Jocelyn Hernandez. Girl, I got it real bad. Make me wanna dial another girl and get that. I can tell that you're popular, and all of the guys they wanna holler.
Let's fight, Smalls. Let's fight.
Hey,
bro.
look, dog. Look, man. Hey, that's dope.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know that's one of them Instagram reels for real. I'm trying to tell you, whatever you're trying to do on Instagram, just put that in your background and make a reel, and I guarantee you're gonna get about 40,000, about 40,000 right there.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well,
You actually, go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say I'm hoping to get it either placed with an artist or get it licensed. That's what and put it out myself. When I wrote the song, I had a whole club type scene going on. You know, strippers, or if I do a video, I'm gonna be much more creative than that. But that's the element of it, like a hype, you know, like type of party
Right.
type of song. I just pictured club. That's why I mentioned Jocelyn Hernandez. You know who she is?
I'm not familiar with her.
I'm familiar with that
Jocelyn.
one.
Well, Jocelyn Hernandez is more famously known from Love and Hip Hop. But
Love and hip hop. I love hip hop. I was about
Puerto Rican,
Hernandez. The Hernandez part, man, threw me off.
Yeah. So actually, I'd love to get honestly. I did write it and had her in mind for some reason because I do watch the shows, and I want to get the song to her. I would love to get her in the video or even preparing a song on the song or something like that. Why not? She was part of the inspiration. That's why I mentioned her in the song.
Man, that right there, that track right there, man, actually can get a movie placement, man. It can get a movie placement, man, for like, that's what it sounds like. Like if whatever movie's going on, like an action-packed, Bad Boys type movie, and then you got a segment where you in the club, and then you know what I'm saying, you hear that music come on, and you're like, oh yeah, and then you sit down at the table, you're drinking your drink at the bar or something, when you talking over some business, you know what I'm saying? That's what I get to feel when I hear that.
Right.
You writing treatment for the video right now. You dreaming it up. I like that.
Hey
Yes.
man, I'm an artist to an artist, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens. I produced that track as well. And I just finished that about a week ago, to be honest, about a week ago. And it's a song that I did a while ago, but the rapper John Q, he's from Alabama. And he
Okay.
actually, I've been knowing him for years. I met him in Atlanta when I used to go to Morehouse College. And
Mhm.
he just moved to LA with another dope songwriter that I used to work with. Her name is Honey Brown. And I went them both in Atlanta. They just moved to LA like about 2 weeks ago. So last week I got him in the studio. I was like, I got this song, you gotta get on. So he just late came in there and freestyled. I was like, okay, it's done. So it just
Yes.
finished. We just
You actually worked with Aftermath, or were you a part of the label?
I worked with them. I was not a part of the label. So Sly Jordan, he's actually assigned, and he was creating a group, a super group called the Peacemakers, and they signed me
Okay.
to Peacemakers, as a songwriter. So I was ghostwriting and writing with them. That's actually how I got to California from New York. I was
Okay.
traveling all around on the weekends. I had a day job, during the day as a human resources person, professional. And then I was traveling around all over at night on the weekends, all over the tri-state area, Jersey, with different producers. And his brother met me. His brother heard my music. And that's one thing led to another. They signed me, and next thing you know, like 2 weeks after that, they relocated me here to California, and I've been here ever since.
All right.
So,
Hey, Smalls, when we hear the name Aftermath, and he was coming on here for this interview, I said we might have to be scared of his ass.
No, man.
You hear
No, man. You ain't got to be scared, boy. That's great. That's greatness at its finest. Anything that got Aftermath on it, I know it's big time. It's big time.
I mean,
All
they
right.
definitely proud of those. I mean, I'm not talking about negative. I'm talking about the talent. They are
Yeah.
very talented, very proud
Yes.
of it. It's definitely it was a great place to be. In that environment, I learned a lot in that moment. And I have to say, Sly, to this day, I really respect him a lot. Sly Jordan is super talented. He's a really good human being. I'll give him that.
Right. What new projects you working on? I know you have something up your sleeve.
Yes. So actually, to be honest, I had took some time off from music and transitioned to television
Okay.
and producing, and only recently got back into music, which produced Popular and some other joints that I'm working on now. But in the interim, I created and produced an up and coming talk show called C Squared. It
Hmm.
stands for Conversations. So I have an entertainment company it's called Valentine Entertainment,
Right.
and under that, it's called Crucial Conversations content. So all my content is in the Crucial Conversations, and the talk show is it. And then about 2 years ago, we're going into our third season now, and we have a podcast called Comedic Minds.
Right.
So right now, I have like comedians on there. We had T.K. Kirkland and just a slew of Miguel Nunez Jr. and some other comedians come on and stuff like that that we would interview. And on a more recent project, they kind of happened the same time as Comedic Minds because I produce live shows too. I try not to be boring and long-winded, okay? So I produce live
That's
shows too.
good.
So I was doing live comedy shows because I was like, well, damn, I'm doing this podcast. I'm meeting all these great comedians. I was like, shit, let's have a show. Let's have a party. So I found a space. I was promoting. I hated that shit. Okay, I like producing an event, but when you're the promoter, this is your shit. I have to promote it too. I have to get asses in the seats. I was like, oh, it's not for me. I was like, no, I'm a producer, but I ain't no motherfucking promoter. I was like, that's a lot of work. Like, I mean, literally, it was like bugging shit out of me because I had it every other week. So the podcast happened every week, and every other week was the live shows. I mean, it was cool to have getting talent together. Like I had Flame Monroe. I don't know if you're familiar. She's a trans comedian. Flame
Mhm.
Monroe, who really blew up through Tiffany Haddish on the Tiffany Haddish
Yeah.
special on
Yes.
Netflix. We Ready or They Ready? I think it's They Ready. At any rate, like I had her as a headliner. Like I hired headliners. Like I know how to produce a show. So what I did, let me just go a little bit faster. What I did was to garner more attention and get people more excited about the shows. I said, let me have like a contest, like for new up and coming comedians. So I said, okay, the grand prize is going to be $500 and a guest appearance on the Comedic Minds podcast.
Right.
So we started promoting that, and it was like full. Like we had a lot of people submitting for auditions. Myself and my co-executive producer Jacinta Rains. You know, we was going through all the submissions, and anyway, we had a contest. The contest was bigger than people came more for the contest than they did for the headliners. I mean, truth be told, they really did. So damn. I saw like, wow. So at the last show, I had Hope Flood. She's like she's a veteran comedian, somewhat of a celebrity. She came and she was one of the because at the end I had it where the celebrity would pick, you know, the final two people that, because the audience decided who moved forward each week. You know, they by clapping and stuff. The clap. So at any rate, it was so awesome, and people were so excited about it that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it again. I'll do it again next year. So anyway, make a long story short, I ended up turning it into, because of COVID, I ended up turning it into an actual show, and I was gonna film a pilot, and we were scheduled to film last March, the last couple of weeks in last March, but literally right before that was the first shelter in place. And the Governor Newsom of California put a ban on 250 groups of 250 and up, and that knocked us out because the audience alone was like over 350, you know, people. So at any rate, that's my latest project that I'm pushing out called Comedic Idol. Bentley Kyle Evans is one of my mentors. I don't know if you're familiar with Bentley Kyle Evans.
I heard him.
The creator of the Jamie Foxx show. He was a writer on the Martin Lawrence show. He just did Dad Don't Embarrass Me on Netflix with Jamie Foxx, and he's doing a show called Partners in Rhyme with MC Light and stuff like that. Like, he's a veteran of a writer, director for comedic sitcoms and stuff like that. So he agreed to be one of the judges on the show, and TK Kirkland, who I've always admired. I met him at the Laugh Factory, and he was actually on Comedic Minds last season, and he's one of the judges that I kind of got, and he's like, yo, I love this. What you're doing is dope. So it's just a lot of pieces, a big music piece to it, because I'm originally from the music industry. So there's a music platform as well, like really, because I've always noticed. You can stop me and interject at any moment.
No, go ahead.
Oh man, you good, man. You
I have interviewed people, and I was like, this motherfucker is dominating the whole conversation, and I had to interrupt.
I know. We know.
Oh, we under the tree down south, man. We under the tree, bro.
Go through it and say it.
You know, it's after 5, so you know I'm a cursing and everything. You know, I'm just gonna be my regular self with y'all. Good. Normally I'm a little bit corporate. I save the curses, but fuck that, it's after 5.
We're not corporate on here.
Hey man, we under the tree. We under the tree.
So I done lost my train of thought. But anyway.
Well, you were saying that you was interviewing some people and they kept talking when you did the interviews. We know how you feel.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yo, just feel free to interject at any moment. But yeah, Comedic Minds is the project that I'm pitching right now. Hopefully, you know, we'll get to a better place by this time next year. You know, like I hope we be in full production. You know, man, the show is designed to have 3 main judges and a 4th judge every episode. There's 4 judges, but 3 main. So the extra seat is for guest judges, because a big component of the comedy show is diversity. And so I'm just trying to create something that has real diversity, but also brings all of our talents together in an awesome way, like presented it awesomely. You know what I'm saying? So I have like guest judges that I have in mind: Alec Mapa, John Leguizamo, I'm fucking his name up. Leguizamo, Simon, Martin Lawrence. You know, Randall Park. Randall Park is an Asian guy. You probably see him on TV, but not familiar with his work. But the point is, I date a lot of Asians, so I know when I'm with the Asian community, they don't know who the fuck. They don't know who Alec Mapa is. He's a Latino guy. They don't know who the fuck he is. He's a well-known comedian. They don't know who the fuck he is. He's the openly gay Latino dude. They don't know, unless you're a major superstar and have crossed over. They all know who Eddie Murphy is. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know who the fuck some of these other comedians. They probably don't know who D.L. Hughley is. But they know who the hell Randall Park is. Okay? They know who Margaret Cho is. You know, and I just noticed like even Latinos, they may not know D.L. Hughley, but they know D.L. Hughley, but they might not know some of the other comedians, you know, like Miguel Nunez Jr., you know what I'm saying? But they know who the hell George Lopez is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's when you are diverse, you bridge the gap, you get bigger audiences, you know. And in this arena, especially comedy, yo, that's like a safe space when you mix comedy and music together. What? And you bring that diversity, you know, because as far as like the music piece, just really quickly and highlighting the DJ. Oh, that's where I was going earlier. I've always seen that comedy shows, they always have music. Music is a part of comedy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
That's your introduction, your theme song.
yeah, but they always play the back seat. They just play in between. You know, the only DJ I know that got some props from comedy was, I think it's DJ Red Alert, one of them from Def
That was
Comedy.
Kid Capri.
Kid Capri.
Yeah, comedy.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna highlight the DJ, and the DJ is, I want the DJ to be a female. You know, so I was like, I want to highlight the DJ for this project. And I want it to be where the DJ breaks new unsigned artists. So a lot of the music you hear will be from new unsigned artists because I'm an artist. I came from the music world. So it's another platform to where you get to interject new talent, not just new comedians, but new musical artists. You see what I'm saying? These are just some of the differences that differentiate my show from other comedy shows that's just out there. I mean, they're doing their thing, they're wonderful. But when you create a platform for like American Idol and all these other shows, The Voice, for anybody that can just come in and just all of a sudden make it draws in people. You know, like I love the Red Table Talk. Okay, I love it to death. But she ain't talking to no regular people. She's talking to her star-studded homeboys and homegirls.
Right. That's
you know,
true.
I like paying attention. I think they have great conversations. I love Will and Jada. I look up to them in many ways, you know what I'm saying, for their evolution of thought and mind and process and the way they handle things, the way they handle fame and fortune. But that show is not like the Oprah show. Oprah was talking to everyday people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking to y'all homegirls and homeboys who y'all met over over the years who happen to be star-studded. That's why y'all have the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't compare my show to what's his name, Kevin Hart show, because Kevin Hart is all over the promotion. You know what I'm saying? And everybody love Kevin Hart. They tuning in because Kevin Hart. But who's really paying attention? Do you even know who the winners are? Like, if there is there a winner? I mean, I'm not mad. I love what they do, but I'm just saying that's the difference. I've run into that too. Like, you know, as a music person, I would run in there, I would come in with songs, and people say, oh, I want a song like Beyonce, right? Can you write a song like for Beyonce? Or can you write a song like this? I'm like, no, motherfucker, I can, but I want to write this, nigga. Like, come out with something. Be innovative. Be innovative, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to sound like that. They already got that. You know what I'm saying? So I run into the same difference in the television industry. You know, it's like, oh, well, you need to have a celebrity. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I have celebrities. I do have people that on it that are known. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that, oh, we have others. There's so many other comedy shows. Yeah, but they really are. They doing what I'm doing. Did you really read it? Read what the pitch that I gave? Are you paying attention to all the different stuff? You know, and then thank God now these last couple of years, because of all of the turmoil that's going on, and you know, with Black Lives Matter and people paying attention to the importance of diversity. You like this show is relevant. The diversity, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, the viewership that will shoot up if we had Hassan Minaj as a guest judge, if we had Aquafina, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who she is by her name. I'm not gonna take you for granted. I'm just guessing you don't know who she is. But trust me, if you seen her face, you're like, oh, I've seen her on TV. But trust me, the agents, if I say Aquafina, like, oh yeah, she's awesome.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
They act that way about Aquafina or Randall Park or Margaret Cho, the way we act about Eddie Murphy or Wanda Sykes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you create the diversity, the viewership, people feel like they're not just they at the table. They are part of this. You know what I'm saying? They're part of the movement. So that's what I want to create. You know, I know I can do it. I think I'm a really great producer. I think I'm very creative, and I know, and I'm also very smart enough to know when I don't know if I don't know. And I'd be like, oh, I just find somebody who knows because I don't motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so if you looking for some great talent, man, I don't know if you ever been to the Jacksonville, Florida area, but come down here and check it out, man. Comedy, music, whatever you're trying to do, that we here.
Well, you already have my contact information, but stay
Yeah,
in
yeah.
touch because even as part of the show, like if you watch I paid a company to do a animation video for a
Mhm.
presentation
Right.
because during COVID and even now, like cases are rising in California, people are
Right.
reluctant to have meetings and shit. So I'm like, oh, it's great if I put something together that people can see. So I did the voiceover. I wrote the script and did the voiceover. And if you watch it in the beginning, it says comedic idol producers all over the United States to different places to check talent. So Florida is definitely one of the places. So it's almost like when you see on some other shows, when you go places and they give somebody a gold ticket and say you come into audition for the judges, that's the
Mm-hmm.
same concept for comedic idol. So we'll be out and we'll meet. We'll just go into comedy clubs all over the place. I mean, I don't know every comedy club, but that's why I'm a consult with my judges and veteran
Yeah.
comedians that I know who know every place.
Right.
And I'll be like, okay, so we going, let's go. Let's get our schedule together. And I don't want no famous people coming with me because I don't want people to know what the fuck is going on. I just want people to just go, my producers or myself just go to the show and we be like, just walk to the people like, yo, you killed it. I want you to perform. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get it on film because that's going to be part of the episode of the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part of, I want to tell all of the whole format. But
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, man.
my ideas are copywritten. I got a business degree. I got a business degree. I'm not a dummy. All my is copywritten. I don't fucking play.
You know what? I know how you feel. You're right.
You can still, because I'm gonna wait right until it blow up before I have my attorney send a cease and desist, and we suing you. I'm waiting till you get that money. Get it up. For real. I'm gonna be like,
Hey, how they say? How Mitch said it on Pay and Phil? Give me my money, man. Give me my money.
just like they did with Blurred Lines with Pharrell and them when they used Marvin Gaye's sample from his song. You know that song, Blurred Lines. They waited right good. They waited. You heard that motherfucking song when it came out. They waited right good and well till that shit was astronomical. They won awards and they was like, "Pay me my money. We going to court."
I think
it blew up.
Hey, Smalls, I think Monique will be a good judge on there.
So definitely,
man, she'll be definitely a good judge. Definitely.
So Monique is actually someone that I want to approach. Yes, I definitely would like to have her as a guest judge. But there's been, some talks in my team, of her being a permanent third judge. Remember, I told you 3 judges, and right now we have 2 men, and I can't have the third one be another man. It has to be a woman.
Hey, check it out. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I forgot the name of the lady we interviewed, the comedian Smalls. I think she'd be a good interview. What's her name? Oh, God, dog. We just interviewed.
You talking about Miss Thea?
Oh, yeah, Thea.
Miss Thea? Yeah. You remember Thea from the Thea show?
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a comedian, man. Hey, check out her YouTube page, man. It's well decorated. We didn't know neither, man, until we checked it out.
Well decorated.
She's a comedian, man, for real.
Decorated.
All right,
For real.
On the big stage.
You talking about from that show, Thea?
Right. That's her.
Wow, I love that show. All right, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we interviewed her, man. She's funny, man. Funny.
I have a picture of her that we were kind of teasing her a little bit. Now, I don't think this real. Don't sue me. All your stuff copyrighted. So.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she did the commercial for Church's Chicken?
No, but I'm just saying.
No, she. That was a joke, man. That was a joke.
But that's her.
That's it. Why you put that black lady with Church's Chicken?
And she thought it was hilarious too.
What the hell? I liked her. Yeah, Thea. That was hey. That's when Brandy got discovered, right?
Yeah.
Right, Brandy. Yep. With Brandy. Yep.
I was like, oh my God, who is she?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
before we interviewed her, she said, "Don't talk about that Brandy shit."
Everybody had their horror stories. Let me tell you, I learned when I was writing songs and I was, in and out weaving in the music industry. I was like, yo, you don't always want to meet the people who you kind of look up to listen to growing up. You don't always want to meet them because they will spoil and ruin your memories. Mm-hmm. Every time you hear that song, you be like, that motherfucker, that bitch.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you do not want to meet every person. Trust me. I I learned one time, and I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to meet anybody that I was like really like enthralled with. I was like, I don't really want to meet them. And if I do, I'm gonna keep it real short and brief. Listen, like, congratulations on all your success. I enjoy you. You know, blah blah blah. I keep it moving because I want to keep them here in my heart and my mind. I want to keep them up here. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, man, rude ass, disrespectful, drug addict, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to think that way. You know, I want to keep them, you know, in my heart.
Have you ever, like, you don't have to say any names, you know, because, you know, like you say, everything's copywritten. But anyways, have you interviewed anybody maybe or came across in the industry, they were just that arrogant and you didn't want no parts of it? You don't have to say any names. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
I have personally. I have, but so I've heard more stories than had negative experience of my own. I've heard other people's stories.
Okay.
Like because like when I first started out as a songwriter, when I was in Atlanta going to school, I used to be a promotion coordinator at V103.
Okay.
And so I would meet everybody. I met Jack Edge, I met Mary, like everybody would come through, and I was working with Frank Ski and Wanda Smith at the time because they've been on it forever. And at any rate, so I met a lot of people and stuff like that. But when I left there and I moved back to New York after school, I was on my songwriting shit because you know I had to move because all people knew me as managing people, and they didn't want. And when the producers that I knew, I was like, yo, I want to write. And you know, they were like, oh, you know, you should. They really was more interested in me trying to get them a placement or get them to introduce them to an artist than what I wanted to do. So I was like, oh no. So I just moved. I said, I'm leaving because they only know me. They only see me in a box here, a certain way. So I went back home to New York and I was like, I'm a songwriter. I ain't had one song, but I was like, I'm a songwriter. So I met Gordon Chambers. Gordon Chambers is an older guy. He's a Grammy Award Winning Songwriter. He wrote "I Apologize" for Anita Baker and a bunch of hits. And when I met him, woo, the stories he used to tell me about some of the songs he wrote out there, that's big songs, and the experience he had with the artists, I used to be like floored. And like he can't stand some of these people. But I mean, I'm not going to tell, you know, of course, anybody because he ain't give me permission to tell the story. But I'm just saying, I've had two experiences, but I've heard a whole lot more. I've had two bad experiences. I've heard a lot. But I'm definitely a person that I care about my reputation and my what people say about me when they associate my name and my work. So I never get into confrontation. I never get into yelling match. I'm like, I just exit stage left. Or I just can't I don't now if you catch me in the street, that may be a different story. But when it comes to work, I fuck around. You know, because I'm black, I'm a young black man, I'm doing my thing, and they love to say he ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Oh, ghetto. Oh my God. Or they automatically think that your production or your education or your professionalism is less than par, subpar. You're coming down smooth. You know, so I don't fuck around with that. Like, if you could carry on, I'm not carrying on with you. And actually, I had one incident on set. This was with television, not even entertainment, music, where the talent was going off. I mean, it was a person. Anyway, and I was like, whoa. And so anyway, from that incident right there, I always make sure now I have security on set.
Wow.
Because I felt like it was touching me in a way. I was like, yo, I wanna fight about this. Like, get the fuck off the set. Like, other shit is going on. Get the fuck off set. You know. And the person was like, I'm waiting for my Uber. I don't have to go. I'm waiting here for my Uber. And I was like, we wait outside. I don't have to go. No. I was like, yo. I was like, next time I have to have security. Because one thing I learned, next time I'm just like, security.
Right.
And then go about my business, turn my back, and go about security. Remove this person from the premises. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned a lot of stuff through trial and error along the way. You know, like I learned that some people, when they don't have a stake in what's going on, they will act a fool for. And this person, the cameras were rolling because at the time I actually filmed behind the scenes, so I had a separate camera who filmed behind the scenes.
Right.
So it was all for the cameras. And this person very big on social media, so I knew what was happening. Thank God, because I'm of this age. I was like, nah, this is a social media moment. They trying to get some fame off of a drama. You know what I'm saying? Creating a conflict and a drama. So I was like, nah, I'm not playing into this. But I realized that, and I was like, yo, so I just from that incident, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have security from now on set. You know, just so I don't have to come out of character, I just be like, security, and then turn my back and continue. My blood pressure ain't gotta raise. I ain't gotta feel the hood coming. I ain't gotta feel the hood coming up to here, and I'm trying to hold it down. You know, I'm like, nah, security, remove from the premises, and I just go about my business.
Hey, Smalls, guess what?
What's up, man?
When we get off of here, if you play that song Popular, you're gonna have to call security. I'm gonna fight you.
Hey, man, look. Popular, boy, that's what it is, man. I like that joint, man. I like that joint. I might have to put that in my collage there, man.
Yeah. Yo, I appreciate the fact that you guys like it like that. I mean, it's funny listening to how you guys, the feeling that was emoted, you know, through emotion from hearing the song versus how I view it and how other people. Because I love to hear, like, oh, that's how you see it. Okay, good. Because I love an old, you know, what is it? Let the boys be boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's that Onyx.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, the way you guys are explaining it, that's how I'm envisioning it in my head. Like, damn, they feeling like it's like a rowdy. Like, yo, that's the song. I appreciate that,
man.
We appreciate you on here, bro.
Hey, I want to check for that idea now.
Oh, you can check me on it. You can check me on it. I'll be like, y'all need to come down and film the podcast at the video shoot or something. Be like,
we can talk about that when we get off.
Right.
Okay. Just stay on about when we get off. You know, we go through the spill. We can say a little prayer for you.
Especially if we do a video, I'll make sure I'll tell everybody. I'll be like the artist John Q and everybody like, all of y'all required to do an interview with Under the Tree before we.
There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And T Small, say a little prayer for the brother.
Yes, man. Thank you, God, man, for allowing us to be in the presence of Mr. VaLentine, man. Continue to guide him on his future endeavors, man. We appreciate your time. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen. All right, for the spirituality, I'm not at it.
That's okay. You just said whoever the higher power you believe in, whoever it is.
Whoever it is. We're not the judge here, man. We're not the judge here.
Right.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't give a damn about all that.
So that's the end.
That's our format. I don't care. What you do, how you do it, take the shot. Don't take the COVID shot. That's your business.
Yep.
Whatever it is. I got mine.
Oh, T Smalls, you didn't get yours?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
I was dead set about not getting it at first. I wanted to wait like say and see what the fuck happened to everybody else. Yeah. But my best friend was like, yo, about a couple of months in, my best friend was like, yo, get the vaccination. What are you doing? He's on me. And I really do believe it's true. Like, if somebody you really trust, and he's a really educated professional, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. You know, so I just went and got it.
That's understandable.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
What's your website to your entertainment business? Give it a shout out.
My entertainment company is vsent.com. vsent.com.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Stay on for about 1 minute when we get off, and then don't go nowhere. We'll chop it up behind the scenes on a few things if you don't mind. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. I am the weatherman, T Smalls, in the house with Mr. VaLentine, music producer, writer. Did I miss something, Smalls? What else? Is he a farmer? He pick peaches. He do everything.
Yeah. And we gotta add to the resume. He joined us under the tree.
There you go. There you go. Don't forget to wear your seatbelt. Don't drive drunk. And I'm out of here. We love y'all. Thanks for watching the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. We'll see y'all at a later date. One time for your mind. T Smalls, what they say?
2 time for your soul.
And guess what? We out of here.
King Pen Music.